Those of us who've watched Survivor over the decades now that it's unfolded have watched Survivor evolve. We've watched it evolve in any number of ways. One of the ways that changes have happened has to do both with whether or not you've been allowed to bring something with you, like a luxury item, or how that's been focused on, whether it's been talked about, etc. in the game. Does it make the edit? In the initial show, we were allowed a luxury item. It had to be luxury. It had to be something outside survival. It couldn't have any obvious way of helping us survive the environment or the game. So you couldn't pick a knife, or you couldn't pick rope, or those kinds of things. You weren't allowed to bring a tent. And that made sense. You know, they wanted the survival aspect to be a relatively level playing field. But what then do you do? Who cares about a luxury item that doesn't help you survive? It's an interesting question to me. It's something I had to think through when I was choosing, and I chose a journal. I wanted to journal through the episode. I'm the only one who ever brought a journal, and I took notes daily, all day long, every day, about everything that happened through the entire game. And it was neat. My ex-wife made the journal. She's a bookmaker, and she made the actual journal for me. And it had a map of the South China Sea on the outside, and it had the inner binding was money. It was all money. And the journal was thick and had lots of paper to write on. It was and there were pictures of some of my family members and my loved ones inside the back binding posted onto the money. It was great. So that was my luxury item. The luxury item was nice, and it was even nicer that I had an actual physical record of my thoughts and feelings throughout the game of Survivor as the original winner from day one. I started writing in that journal about a week and a half or 2 weeks before the game even began. So I wrote all about the process that we were involved in. I wrote all about the feelings and the lead up, the interactions with the press, the interviews leading into the game, before we even put on a boat, before we were even allowed to meet the other players or talk to them. So right from the get-go, it was nice to have a record of all of that. There were lots of other different kinds of luxury items, toothbrush, etc. But they have fallen out of interest and favor and aren't part of the game anymore because there really isn't room. Again, we go back to this concept of who are the players. And the edit has gravitated toward the drama that is associated with challenges, etc. The more sports-like kind of big game drama that's really outside of the game. And when you take up as much of the show as is taken up with that, it's tough to get those intimate details that also may or may not have much to do with the game. So your luxury item isn't necessarily going to affect gameplay as much as some kind of feeling you're having about another player that might need to be shown. And so the luxury items got to be of less and less importance until they're of no importance and no opportunity really to include them in the edit or as part of the game. So it would take a real rework of the show to bring it back to the simplicity of the original seasons. It might be worth doing. And again, I think I could help with that. But I doubt anybody behind the scenes cares. I doubt they believe that I could help with that. In the same way that they didn't believe there was a chance I could even make it through the first tribal council. But if any of them gets outside of their own egos and gives it a shot, they might be as surprised as they were when they were shocked to watch whoever that first winner of the original season was. 80% of you who are listening to these videos have not subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe. Just hit the subscription button and hit the notification button, and you'll be informed when I have another video up for you to listen to. After you've subscribed, comment. Comment positively, comment negatively. No holds barred. Just say what you're thinking. That's what will make our exchange even more valuable. As I'm able, I'll create new videos responsive to that commentary. So like away, or dislike on that rare occasion you may feel the need to do so. But either way, thank you.